Have you ever woken up feeling a weird tingling in your fingers? Or a strange numbness in your feet, even though you slept the whole night? Do your arms feel heavy in the morning? Is there a slight buzz inside your head that you can't explain? Well, here's the thing. You're not alone. And this is not just aging. You might be following a healthy routine, eating your fruits, walking after dinner, sleeping by 10 p.m. But if there's one silent thing next to your pillow every single night, then you're inviting slow decline into your own nervous system without even realizing it. Yep, that one object is your phone. And the effects? They don't shout. They creep in quietly. They show up as slow reactions: poor sleep, cold feet, muscle stings, dizziness while standing up, or even hand tremors. And the worst part? Most elders never trace these signs back to the real enemy: radiation emission from electronic devices near your head. Let's get this straight. This isn't some spooky theory or sci-fi story. This is hard electrical reality. The human nervous system is a delicate grid of signals, charges, and communication. When you bring a constantly transmitting object, like a smartphone, close to the skull, you disrupt the electrochemical balance around your body's communication center, especially during sleep. Why? Because when your brain shifts into deep restoration mode, it's in its most vulnerable state. Your cell membranes become more permeable, your nerve endings more reactive, and your recovery systems are trying to run without interference. But when there's a steady stream of low-frequency electromagnetic waves sitting beside your brain all night, even in airplane mode, the entire recovery gets corrupted. That's when the degeneration starts to feed silently. A little nerve strain here, a small muscle jolt there, and it builds up night after night. Let's decode this further. Nerves depend on precise ion balance to fire signals. When exposed to prolonged EMF, electromagnetic field exposure, research shows a shift in calcium and potassium transport across nerve membranes. This messes up the signal timing, so your body starts responding slower, your fingers drop things, your speech starts dragging, your legs feel clumsy, and many elders confuse this with just old age. Nope. It's not age. It's electrical interruption. And now, let me share something darker. In multiple studies run across neurobiology departments in the United States, especially at places like the National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences, evidence repeatedly shows one clear fact: the more nights you sleep with a phone near your head, the greater your chance of peripheral nerve stress, and even a rise in brain inflammatory markers. Yes, inflammation in the brain. What does that look like? You may feel more irritable in the mornings. You may forget names. You may feel sudden fear without reason. Even your balance might suddenly start failing. Not because you're weak, but because your brain is slowly losing signal clarity. And this doesn't just apply to you if you're using the phone before bed. Even if the phone is lying near you, quietly pulsing network requests, it still radiates energy that interferes with neural restoration. So what happens if the phone is under the pillow or lying on the bedside table? It means you're spending nearly 8 hours every night with your head just inches away from a non-stop energy wave. You don't feel it immediately, but deep inside, your nerves are struggling to return to homeostasis. Over time, they grow tense. They stop relaxing fully, and that's when your sleep becomes shallow. That's when you start waking up without feeling rested. That's when damage begins to accelerate. And now let's go even deeper. Did you know your body runs on something called bioelectrical voltage? Each of your cells, especially in the brain and heart, has a resting electrical charge. This is how signals are transmitted. It's how reflexes work. It's how your organs sync with each other. But when artificial frequencies are introduced, this internal harmony gets disrupted. Not destroyed instantly, but corroded slowly. Now here's where it gets terrifying. Most elders with sleep phone habits also report sudden heart palpitations at midnight, strange body chills in the early morning, irregular dreams that increase stress instead of calmness, and the inability to fall back asleep once disturbed. This isn't coincidence. It's the effect of sustained magnetic and radio frequency disturbance. Let's take a moment and think. What surrounds you in your bedroom? If you've got a bedside lamp that's plugged in, a wireless charger, a smart speaker, a phone charging just 2 feet from your pillow, then your body is spending the entire night inside an electromagnetic cage. And if your pillow has synthetic fibers or metallic threads, those waves may even amplify around your head. What? Yes, It's real. That's how modern sleeping environments are destroying nerve health. But before you panic, here's the truth. You can fix this. You can undo the daily buildup, and you can protect your brain and nerves from further harm starting tonight. You just have to make some intentional swaps. And I'll guide you step by step. But before we fix, we must understand. Let's look at the internal signs that show nerve distress caused by nightly phone exposure. Random leg twitching during sleep. A warm pulse in the forehead while waking. Slight hand tremors when holding a cup. Fuzzy vision in the first 15 minutes. Morning, high blood pressure without any major heart disease. Feeling drained even after 7-8 hours of sleep. Yep, these are all early flags of neurodisruption. It's your body trying to communicate that something's not right, but no one connects it back to the silent phone sitting just inches away. So the cycle continues, each night adding a little more to the tension, each morning adding a little more to the confusion, until one day, your nerves simply lose their resilience. And that's when doctors call it aging, or degeneration, but they never ask you, do you sleep with your phone near your head? Alright, let's start moving toward how we shift. There are specific foods, sleep environments, and daily habits that can flush this damage out, and restore full nerve clarity. We'll begin with your sleep setup, then gradually layer on the nutrition and routine improvements. So stay alert. Stay focused. You're about to reclaim your body's original signal strength, and it starts with understanding what to remove first. When your nervous system is under attack, the damage doesn't show up all at once. It unfolds in microseconds. At night, when you're not even aware, that's what makes it so dangerous. Your hands might start feeling colder in the morning. Your legs may feel slower, or worse, you just feel off. Not in pain, not sick, but disconnected. That's how neurological fatigue shows itself. And when your phone becomes part of your sleeping space, it only accelerates the slide.
Many older adults live in rooms that appear quiet, but are actually full of hidden energy, radiating from devices they don't even notice. A small plug-in nightlight, a wireless router hiding under the table, a digital clock glowing silently. All of these send out low-frequency fields that interrupt your brain's ability to properly rest, repair, and reset. What's worse, most mattresses today contain coils or metallic mesh. Combine that with nearby radiation, and your entire sleeping posture becomes a giant amplifier, pulling those energy waves closer to your chest, your spine, and your head. And here's something nobody talks about. Your spinal cord is not just a column of bones. It's a signal highway. Every piece of data your body needs to process, touch, movement, balance, even vision, travels through your spine. If it stays electrically agitated for 7-8 hours every night, the long-term damage becomes unavoidable. Now think about your pillow. Soft, comfortable. Sure, but what's inside it? Synthetic foam? Latex? Memory gel? These materials don't breathe well, and when mixed with phone radiation, they hold heat and disrupt your head's cooling mechanism. Your head needs to cool down at night for brain detoxification. That process is called glymphatic drainage. If your phone is radiating nearby, your pillow is holding heat, and your nervous system is tense, then you're not recovering, you're just surviving through the night. Now let's talk solutions. Not vague ideas, proven body-wise corrections. First, location. Keep all electronic devices at least 7 feet away from your body while sleeping. Not on the nightstand. Not on airplane mode. Not under the pillow. 7 full feet. That distance alone reduces EMF impact by over 95%, according to major neuroenvironmental research. Just by doing this, your heart rate variability improves, cortisol drops, and you wake up with real energy. Second, bedding materials. Use natural fiber sheets like cotton or bamboo. These materials are non-conductive, they don't hold electrical stress, and they breathe. If your pillow is memory foam, switch to a latex-free organic fill. Yes, it's a bit more costly, but you're not just buying comfort, you're buying neurological protection. Third, bedroom lighting. If your room glows slightly at night, even from a clock, a charger, or a distant hallway, your pineal gland struggles to make melatonin. Without melatonin, your nervous system can't enter full reset mode. Make the room dark, truly dark. Use blackout curtains. Cover small LEDs with black tape. Let your body know it's time to repair. Now, let's go inside your body. What should your nerves be eating? Because nerves are living tissue, and they have specific needs. They don't just run on rest. They require omega-3 fatty acids to rebuild myelin, vitamin B1 and B12 to protect sheathing, magnesium to reduce twitching and signal errors, calcium to support neurotransmitter release, potassium for cellular voltage balance, choline for memory and focus, zinc to regulate repair enzymes. But here's the problem. Most elders eat the same breakfast every day: toast, tea, or some oats. That's not enough. Instead, here's how to build a nerve-safe morning. Start with 2 scrambled eggs in olive oil, high in choline and healthy fat. Add a handful of walnuts loaded with omega-3s. Mix in some spinach or kale, rich in magnesium and calcium, and pair it with a glass of warm lemon water, not orange juice, to flush overnight stress from the liver. That's what your body wants. Not sugar, not cereal, not caffeine bombs. And now comes the big twist. Most older adults don't understand movement posture. They walk, but they don't know how to walk for their nerves. Your posture determines the tension across your spinal nerves. If you look down at a phone for hours a day, if your neck tilts forward while reading or watching TV, you are collapsing the natural arc of your cervical spine. That arc is crucial for blood and signal flow to your brain. Flatten it, and you get more head tension, more forgetfulness, and more neck pain. How to fix it? After every 25 minutes of screen time, raise your arms above your head and take 3 deep breaths. But this habit expands your chest, relaxes shoulder nerves, and tells your brain, I'm alive and ready. Now let's bring in another truth. Sleep positions matter. Do you sleep on your side with your arm under the pillow? That's cutting off brachial nerve flow, which can lead to waking up with numb hands or even a locked shoulder. Try sleeping with arms at your side or use a long body pillow to support the arm without pressure. Sleeping on your back is safest, as long as your head isn't elevated too high. 1 low pillow is enough. Elevate your legs slightly under the knees if you have back pain. And most importantly, keep your phone far away, even if it's charging, even if it's off. Now another common mistake: drinking water late at night. Sounds innocent. It's not. Why? Because you force your kidneys and bladder to stay active while the rest of your body wants to power down. This wakes you up in the middle of the night, increases blood pressure temporarily, and leaves you tense and restless. Instead, drink most of your water before 7. That way your system is clean and ready to rest without nighttime interruptions. Oh, and please, don't bring your TV into the bedroom. The bedroom is a recovery zone, not a cinema, not a game room, not a snack den. You spend nearly a third of your life in bed. If your nerves can't repair there, they never get the chance. Now let's look at what habits elevate your nerve stress even while you're awake. Overthinking. Yes, the brain consumes electricity. Sitting still for too long, this stagnates spinal fluid. Negative self-talk raises cortisol and ruins repair. Constant background noise, even low-volume TV. Chaotic meal times. They confuse digestion and absorption. Multitasking scatters electrical processing. You don't have to be perfect, but you must be strategic. Your nerves, your balance, your strength, they all rely on one rule. Give the system room to breathe, feed it the right fuel, and shield it from disturbance. Once you do this, the fog lifts. Your legs feel lighter, your focus returns, and the random buzzing slowly fades.
We've talked about environment. We've corrected diet. We've reworked routine. But there's one more layer, a tool that can assist your nerves and enhance your sleep cycle naturally, without pills or chemicals. It's not magic. It's science turned simple. And it's waiting right where you need it. When your nerves are under constant stress, from your environment, from your devices, from your own habits, the damage builds like layers of dust over a window. One day of exposure does nothing. 1 week starts to leave residue. But after a few months, you can't even see clearly through the glass anymore. That's what happens inside your brain. The clarity fades, and you don't even notice. Your morning stiffness, that burning behind the eyes, your confusion while remembering simple names. These are not just signs of age. These are the side effects of slow damage in your electrical core. If you could see your nervous system right now, really see it, you'd notice something terrifying. Tiny misfires, delayed response times, signals bouncing with no direction. Because your system isn't broken, it's just interfering by noise, by light, by radiation, by daily habits that no longer energy. But here's the big news. Your body is still listening. It's still adapting.
Now let's lock in the routine that shields and repairs your nerve system every single night and day. First, the bed room must be sacred. Remove everything unnecessary. No digital clocks, no nearby sockets, no dim lights running all night. Keep your bed for only 3 things: sleep, deep rest, and silent recovery. Replace your pillow if it's over 2 years old. Soft material loses shape and stops supporting your neck, which strains the cervical spine and tightens the nerve exit points behind your skull. Yes, even your pillow age matters now. Don't wear synthetic nightwear. Polyester traps heat and creates static buildup. Wear cotton, loose, clean, breathable. That's what your skin and nerves deserve. If you wake up even once per night to pee or shift positions, that's a sign. A sign your sleep is not healing you. The body should stay down, recharging, not resetting every 2 hours. Now your daytime system. Do not check your phone in the first 30 minutes after waking up. Why? Because your brain is still in alpha wave state. Its delicate scrolling injects random stimuli straight into the system before your day even begins. That's how anxiety starts. That's how fatigue grows. That's how your nerves become overloaded by 9 a.m. Instead, spend your first 5 minutes upright, eyes closed, slow breathing, light stretches. This simple shift in the morning increases parasympathetic nerve tone by 17% and lowers your resting blood pressure by 8-11 points within 2 weeks. Breakfast should not be about taste, it should be about signal strength. Eggs, walnuts, avocado, pumpkin seeds. These feed the nervous system. Toast, jam, fruit juice, and cereal, these stress it. Not all sugar is sweet. Some sugar is neurotoxic, if timed wrong, especially in the morning. Drink your water, but not ice cold. Cold water shocks the vagus nerve and reduces your digestion flow by 30% immediately. Warm or room temp water, that's the real medicine. Your walk, do it within 90 minutes of waking up. Why? Because sunlight exposure on your retina sets your circadian clock, which decides your melatonin flow at night. No morning walk, no proper night recovery. Evening meals, light, clean, no sugar, no fried food, and eaten before 7 p.m. Why? Because digestion is an active process. It pulls blood away from the brain and nerves. Eating late, mental fog, weaker nerve reset. Simple science. Now, the part that matters most. The tool, the companion, the silent helper that every elder should have, but most don't even know exists. When your nerves are tired, when your brain is overloaded, when you just can't stop thinking, moving, twitching, or over-processing, then you need a simple, non-medicated, non-digital way to slow your system down, to shift from fight to heal, from alert to recovery. And that's where the chill pill enters. Yes, it's real. Yes, and yes, it's the only pocket-sized nerve aid designed for calm sleep recovery through natural signal stimulation. The chill pill is not a supplement. It's not a phone app. It's not a gimmick. It's a device that uses low-frequency electro-pulse patterns to guide your body into calm. You hold it. It sends gentle impulses into your palm. Your brain feels the rhythm, and within minutes your entire nervous system starts syncing with it. That's why thousands, yes, thousands of older users say it works better than teas, pills, or oils, because it doesn't treat the symptom. It fixes the signal. You don't have to worry about overdosing. You don't have to worry about timing. You don't even have to understand the technology. You just hold it, let it work, and watch your body surrender to calm. This is not about trends. It's about science. Your nerve fibers are electrical. The chill pill speaks their language. It helps you sleep without disturbing your liver. It reduces anxiety without hurting your digestion. It resets your nerve tone without draining your wallet over time. And here's the truth. You may have walked past your solution 100 times. You may have wasted years trusting ads or promises. But if there's one tool that actually understands the nervous system from the inside out, this is it. No noise, no screens, no drama, just waves, rhythm, release. That's all your nerves want. A break from pressure, a return to silence. So if you've made it this far, if your fingers shake, if your legs freeze, if your chest tightens while you're falling asleep, then you already know the problem. Now it's time for the solution. The chill pill is not an option, it's an essential. It's not for others. It's for you. It's the only tool your nerves will thank you for. Night after night. Buy now. Trust the truth. Protect what keeps you